In this video, guys, we're gonna test the new Fusion Champion and we're gonna have a look at the Fusion calendar. And while we are at it, I wanna actually take a second and admire the new freaking background for the game. I think it looks really, really, really good. But either way, we already talked about Mikey right here. He's going to be the free champion. 7-day login champion. You're gonna get a soul, all the good stuff. You probably saw that. I am in game at the moment, guys, okay? Because basically what I want to do is talk about the Fusion calendar. Then we're gonna test the Fusion. I don't want to do two different videos for the Fusion calendar, and this I'm gonna quickly incorporate it in here. We're briefly gonna talk about it. Donnie is going to be the Fusion champion. Really awesome support character. If you have the resources to go for it, I would definitely go for it. Now, we have 6 new champions. I've seen something going around the internet and stuff. I'm really not sure if it's actually real in terms of 100% this is exactly what's going to happen, because it does come from the Play Store. So in terms of is it real, posted by Plarium? Yes. Is it 100% accurate? Probably not. So that's kind of like a bit of a calendar. So if you come over to my Discord, let me just go to Raid Shadow Legends announcements, right? So basically they kind of like shared a bit of info, like a plan for the events and stuff. The community manager said that this is showing some mistakes, but this is coming from the App Store, okay? So you're gonna find this on the App Store if they haven't removed it yet. Basically kind of like giving you a bit of an idea of what to expect. Personally, I will kind of like save my resources for some of these things, because if all of them will be in a way or another guaranteed, I think that's awesome, right? Like you have a chance to get a soul. You can get Leonardo as well, which is really good. You can get Raphael, really good as well. And you can get April. April is my most freaking wanted character, hands down. Really, really good. But let's quickly talk a bit about the Fusion calendar. So it's going to be a fragment event, guys. It's going to appear right here. So these tend to be more or less the easier type of fusions. We have already the Dungeon Diver that's on. We have a champion training starting tomorrow. Gear enhancement starting tomorrow. Fusion warm-up still on 0 points for Skratch. And tournaments, we have the Ice Golem tournament that started today. And that's great because we have the Dungeon Divers on, or that is starting tomorrow. No, he's on. Wow, okay. That might be a first when they're doing them, both of them at the same time. A Champion Chase tournament starting tomorrow, though. You can get tons of relic materials and stuff. We have a couple of relics that do look pretty good. Now, this is the Fusion calendar. It's posted on their forum website. Call it however you guys want to. Basically, we're going to have a total of 130 fragments. 20 of them are minus because they will only come from tournament leaderboards. You cannot rely on it regardless if you're a Kraken or not. So in reality, we have 110 fragments, which means that we do need to basically do both of the summoning events. Summon Rush and Champion Chase Tournament. Now, the good thing about it is that you can skip probably half of it, depending on how they're splitting the fragments. They tend to do 5 and 10 more or less all the time. So that gives you a chance to basically not fully max the Summon Rush or the Champ Chase, even though the Champ Chase is pretty easy to achieve, basically. Other than that, we have just the regular stuff in terms of events, tournaments, nothing unusual. You always want to basically double or triple dip the points. Ice Golem with the Dungeon Divers, champion training with the Dungeon Divers. Then we have a Dragon tournament starting with a second Dungeon Divers, but it starts almost 2 days earlier, so you need to wait to farm the Dragon tournament till you get to the Dungeon Diver. Then we have basically only that event for these Dungeon Divers, okay? Going together with the champion training event. So probably you're going to be done with that by the time the second Dungeon Divers appears. And then you have a Fire Knight tournament that will go on with the next Dungeon Divers and the Spider tournament as well. Other than that, what else can I tell you, right? Like, it's the standard stuff. We always have this going on. You will get daily energy and all that stuff to basically push you to do it. The main things that you need to have saved up is basically have some freaking gems on your account and have some shards. This is what I am at the moment. I have 3 sacreds, 1 primal, 19 voids, 4 ancient shards, but I do have some of them in here. Okay, so I have Izayama, or yeah, Gronjar, Chromax, Crockhead that I can actually get. Then I can probably do some of these fusions, a couple of them or something. That gives me more points. And I have a feeling that the clan boss right now will be extremely, extremely generous with me. Let's actually see that quick. Before we forget, no generosity right there. No generosity. Oh, damn, clan boss. I was trying to flex to all of the guys here that you're going to be generous. 1 ancient shot. Is that it? 2 ancient shots. My God. My freaking God. But you know what? Let's jump on the test server so we can actually have a look at the fusion champion. Right? We are on the test server, guys. Donny, oh Donny, what are you going to do? Basically, guys, he is a support character. You've seen already what build I have on him, but we're going to try him on 2 different builds. Basically, healing with A1, continuous heal buffs that will get instantly activated. You can build him if you want to on a 9-piece protection set too. That can work well depending on what you're using him. It's not something that I think is going to really benefit the champion as much. If you guys think that protection will work good, do it, right? Then you get increased speed, the cooldown reduction on the skills. Now, because we cannot decrease the cooldowns of these skills, I gave him Relentless. For PvE, this is going to be absolutely huge. And having refresh accessories, impulse, or anything like that can be good for the 3rd skill, but not for this one, okay? And same with the masteries. The masteries will not affect this skill. And the 3rd one, a full cleanse. You're getting the continuous heal, you're getting the strengthen, and 20% term meter. Really, really good. Plus a very good passive that will basically equalize the HP. So I'm definitely a big fan of it and prevent the death of an ally. But this is going to be on a 4-turn cooldown. Now, talking about build. The build. Relentless. I have an impulse set, which is only going to help the 3rd skill. Basically, you want to have high HP, high speed. The more of them, the better. These are the total stats on him. As I've mentioned, we are going to try him in PvP on a different build, okay? These are the stats. 329 speed, 83k HP, 3.7k defense. So basically survivability. You can even go with some resistance if you feel like that's something that you need for your team. We have no relic on him. I gave him no blessing. If we're talking about blessings for him, let's just assume you're going to get a blessing, right? You can always go in with some supportive ones. So you have Nourish, which will increase the value of healing. That is one of the options that you could potentially use. You can run Brimstone. That's going to be pretty nice too. You can run any type of support one, right? If it's built for PvP, Polymorph can work really well. You can run, for example, even a Life Harvest, Temporal Chains, Intimidating Presence, stuff like that. In terms of masteries, we have defense and support. I literally focused on the support to get more healing, more turn meter, lasting gifts. This is going to be good, a lot of steel, but Cycle of Magic, once again, will only proc for the 3rd skill. It will not proc for the 2nd skill, I think, because the cooldowns of that skill cannot be decreased. And we have Timely Intervention to basically rotate the champion even faster. In my opinion, this is a must-have fusion without even testing him. I think he has an amazing kit, and if you have the resources to go and get him, I think it's definitely worth it, right? Now, if you don't have the resources, that's something else. There isn't much that I can do about it. I still think he's a good champion, but don't FOMO on it. It's not the end of the world if you do not get Donny on your account. Yes, for whoever is wondering if the FOMO is real in terms of are these limited characters, they are, okay? But still, that doesn't mean that you have to basically break the bank and try and get every single one of the champions. Okay, so let's put it there. Donnie, he's fully skilled because he does need the books in order to perform well. And let's take him, for example, in a dungeon run just to check the animations. Then we're going to do a Hydra run. It's a bit harder to test supports, but let's actually go in a dungeon. And we're going to see how his passive procs as well. So we're going to go in. Let's see. Donnie, where are you, baby? There you go. You know what? I might actually bring in all the fusions, right? Because why not? All the fusions. Actually, no. Let's just bring the two of them. Free champion and the fusion. Let's not bring in all the turtles now. So he's going to buff. The decreased cooldown of skills is really, really good. But we can open with this one instead. Continuous heal, strength, and turn meter. We are moving before because the other champion has no gear. We're going to go with A1. We got some decent healing. He joined in with the attack. And let's actually check his animation too while we're here. Why not? Okay, defense down, stun, beautiful. And now I can decrease the cooldowns of the skills. Very cool animation. And it seems like it does not matter with what skill the turtles attack. Whenever they attack, they will join in too. It doesn't need to be a basic skill or anything like that, right? So let's see this again. Bank, party dude, come in. Oh! Did the passive proc already? Ah, yeah, the passive proc before. I was going to say, what the heck? So the passive proc before on him. And that's what kept him alive on the initial hit. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's try it again. But this time around, let's bring in more champions that are about to get wrecked. Okay, let's see. Can we keep them all alive or we cannot? Very curious. So let's do that. Let's do that. I'm going to put it on 1x speed to see when they're taking a turn. Yeah, you do that. You do that. You do that. And come on. Is anybody going to attack me? No. So let's see. Are they all going to survive? No. Okay. So I'm not sure if... I think it works in the following way, based on our positioning. So he is in slot number 2, which means that the passive will instantly proc for that character. And once it procs, it will sort that character out, but the other ones will die. Okay? At least that's how it seems like it. Which is not necessarily the worst thing. It's very unlikely to have all of your team die at the same time anyway, or get hit at the same time. But it seems like it's very, very important based on the positioning, right? So if we're going to put him in the... Actually, no, let's put him in the first slot. And let's see if he's going to be the one that dies now or not. Stays alive or not, sorry. So I'm just going to go A1s. Damn, look at them extra turns. Come on. Okay. Just to basically don't put any turn meter or anything like that. I love them joining in the attack all the time. Okay. So the rest died. The lead stayed alive. Okay. So as soon as that passive procs, the lead is the champion that is in the right order, the first in the order, is gonna proc the passive. The rest are gonna die. So it's a bit weaker than I expected it to be, because I thought that the hit will hit all of the champions. I thought that maybe it's gonna keep them all alive, but it seems like it will only work for the champion that is the first one taking the damage. We know that Raid has this thing with the positioning and is very, very important. And as you guys can probably notice, yeah, it only works for that lead champion, or the champion that's the first one to take the damage, to be more specific. But that's fine. I still don't think necessarily that just because of it, he's not good. He's guaranteeing basically that one of your champions is gonna stay alive. Now, if we go over to the Hydra clan boss, I still haven't saved the king here, so I cannot do the quick battles, but we're gonna go on brutal. Doesn't really matter the difficulty. It's basically testing him out as a support character. So basically cleanser, healing, and everything else that you can get from the champion. Now, basically, I will probably drop one of the damage dealers out of this team. And I'm going to try to bring in another support character / healer. So let's see if I'm bringing in... who should we bring in here as a cleanser support that has gear? I'm going to try with Raiho Bone Spear, okay? Just as an idea. She's not doing the exact... Oh, no. Let's bring in Lamasu. Let's bring in Lamasu. I feel like a better comparison. And we're going to let it play on Oro. So we're going to do a quick battle with this team, okay? We're going to see how much damage we're getting out of the team. And how everything basically works. We got 717 million damage. Overall, I think is pretty good with Lamasu. But what if we're dropping Lamasu out of this team and instead we're going to bring in Donnie, right? Like, he will decrease the cooldowns of all of the skills on all of my team, not just one. And I'm going to make this his main priority. He's going to bring in the clans. He is on Relentless already. So if we're going to go in and do a quick battle, let's see if we are upping the damage on our team. And if we do, by how much? Because now my nukers will get to use their skills more often. 757. It almost feels like his freaking auto cap on this team. I always get the same damage. With Donnie, without Donnie, with Lamasu, without Lamasu. It feels like this team cannot do more on auto. It literally feels like I'm decapitating the head so quick that the team is just not able to do more damage on auto, only if I manual and target the heads. Pretty crazy thinking about it. But either way, let's actually do a run without a quick battle to see how the champion actually works. I think having the ability to cleanse, to give thermometer and everything else to the team and decrease the cooldowns of the skills is massive in my opinion. I think it's really, really good. But seeing this team always getting 700 million, no matter what I'm doing, is a bit stupid. Is really a bit stupid. Now, why did he join in on that attack? Or what was that skill? Actually, no, it was his A2 skill that decreased the cooldown of all of the skills on the rest. Okay. So that's the healing from the A1. I'm not going to manual, guys. I'm going to let it play on auto. I do not enjoy manualing Hydra at all. So I would rather go and run, I don't know, 10 miles than manualing a Hydra key. He's not a damage dealer or anything like that. The main thing is that it's just the support that he offers. Cleanse, a bit of healing, but the most important thing is basically the increased speed. And of course is the skill cooldown reduction. I think that's actually massive for champions like Toshiro, proccing the same skill over and over. Lady Mikage being able to use the ally attack again more often. It's just really good. It's not a full skill reduction. It's only 2 turns, but that will get you much closer to the part where you're going to basically be able to use your skills again. Oh my god! Is this still a freaking thing, Plarium? 1 year later, I thought that you fixed this multiple times. Why is the ally attack champion still attacking a head that basically has the freaking serpent buff on? Maybe it tried to attack the mischief head and it got redirected. That could possibly be one of the things that happened. I'm not sure if we had hacks on the head of mischief before. Either way, hopefully that's what it was, and the AI is not so dumb after all of the changes that they've done. I haven't been paying attention to this stuff in a very, very long time, guys, when you're doing auto, right? But I know for a fact that they fixed... Oh, okay, they fixed it. I think that's what happened. Okay, so I'll take it back, Plarium. I'll take it back. I'll take it back. That is fixed. I was like worried there for a second, man. I was like, what? Okay, we have one, that Toshiro. That's fine. We need Lazarius to strip those buffs, or Mikage, somebody. Somebody needs to make it happen. Okay, a bit of healing from the A1. It's not crazy healing or anything like that, but it's definitely something better than nothing, right? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just demolishing this head so freaking much that on auto there isn't a lot of extra damage that I can push with this team, unless I'm manualing to basically perfect everything. Cooldown reduction on everybody, beautiful. So we have that skill available, we have that skill available, we have that skill available. That's basically what Donnie can do for your team in PvE, and this will work across all content. If you're looking at speedruns with Seer or different characters, it won't be as efficient as a Kymar or a Yumeko, but it will still help you get to the enemies faster, kill the enemies faster, right? Doom Tower and all this this content. It's pretty hard to showcase the support character, guys, unless he's a Galatir or something super busted that has something more or less very unique in the kit. But I still think that he is a very nice champion for a fusion, a good support character. Yes, the passive is not as good as I initially thought, because he's getting triggered and is ignoring the other characters getting damaged. But it's very unlikely to have all of your team get absolutely one shot instantly. For PvP, it can be very, very nice. And we are actually going to change the build on him and head on to PvP and see how that plays out. But I think for PvE content, he's going to be very useful. Progression-wise, dungeons, Doom Towers, Curse City, Hydra clan boss, even the regular clan boss. I just think he's not going to be that huge for Chimera, because he doesn't really bring anything to help you with trials, right? But other than that, he's going to be an awesome PvE champion. Now, is he going to be good for PvP? I'm not sure, okay? I'm not sure. We're going to see how we can make him work in there, if we can make him work. And global presets. Let's bring this on. So I have 1, 2 pieces of Supersonic. I have 3 of Stone Skin, so I need Supersonic and Stone Skin gear, basically. So let's find something with high HP. Do we have one with high HP, or we do not? Because we want to get HP on the champion. I don't want to get other things. So this could potentially be an option. What about banners? No speed on that. I don't want to get some speed on the champion, though. Okay, so those are trash. And now I'm looking at Supersonic. Where is my freaking Supersonic for this faction, man? Oh, there we go. For a second, I was like, wait. Do I have any Supersonic for this faction? Or I don't? But I do. I've got some. We have an HP ring right there for the Supersonic. Okay, not the best, but we're gonna roll with that. So I have a full Stone Skin. I'm missing the banner, basically. Come on, hit one more speed. One more speed, please. Okay, maybe another time. Either way, I'll use this build on him. I think he's decent, not crazy or anything like that, but hey, it should get the job done, more or less, right? Now, I do have some resistance on him. It's not something that you necessarily need to get. I'm gonna use some glyphs. Oh my god, why is not happening on my account? And it's happening on the test server. The heck? I'm gonna glyph some of these things to basically be able to get slightly better stats, HP, just a bit of more HP. And then we're gonna head on to PvP. I'm still going to keep the same masteries. I don't think we need to change that. And let's see the stats. 96k HP, 329 speed. Of course, having more speed on him would be better. 100%. Now, what I'm going to do for PvP, I'm actually going to put a blessing on him. So, Awakening. Where are you hiding? I'm going to give him 5-star blessing, not 6-star. And I'm going to give him probably... What should we give him? That's a good one. What should we give him for PvP? Intimidating Presence, Polymorph, Life Harvest. I'll give him Polymorph. I kind of thought about Intimidating Presence, but I might bring in a different champion that has that. And I'm not going to give him a relic, okay? Now, for PvP, if you want to basically make the most out of him, the Supersonic is not something that you need to have on him. It's just basically what I had from the presets. The whole idea is the following. We want to keep him and another champion that is key alive. So in this case, we can always try and go with even a Lazarius in the lead, because the lead champion will get hit first, which means that he's going to proc the passive for the first champion, right? And we can bring in what else should we bring in? Let's bring in a lockout champion for this one. And I need a damage dealer too. And who do we have in that team? We have Marichka. Okay, let's bring in Carnage. Do I have gear on Carnage? I surely hope so. Oh, we are missing something. Let's quickly check what. The weapon. Oh. Dervol, what are you doing with his weapon, bro? Chill. Why are you even attempting to steal his freaking weapon? You see, I have Intimidating Presence already. But Lazarius is going to be the one that will stay alive when that passive procs, okay? Let's see what happens with the damage from Arius. If the first hit will proc the passive, the second could potentially kill the champion. So multi-hitters will counter his passive pretty damn hard. So we're going to do that. Let's lock that Fabian. We don't want him to be too nasty with us. We can do that. Buff the Terminator, put the continuous heals. And I think I'm a bit too OP. I'm not going to touch Marius, though. I'm not going to touch Marius. I'm just going to kill her. If we can. If we cannot, that's fine. Let's kill Sifi. If we can. If we cannot, that's fine again. I think the passive just procced on Crixia. She was the first one to get a fatal hit from Marius. Even though the positioning is not in that specific order. The champion that will get the damage to almost kill him is going to be the first one to proc the passive. Okay, so it's not prioritizing always the order. When there are 4 champions getting all hit at the same time, the positioning is going to matter, because the champion that gets the damage first, position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that will proc the passive. The other ones will die, as you've seen in the dungeons. But right here, I'm more than positive that Crixia just procced his passive, and we're going to see it right now. Yes, I definitely saw that. Right now, I can do this. Decrease the cooldowns of all of the skills, attack them, and actually do a bit of damage in the process too, which is something that I was not expecting to. And now I can actually continue to basically do more damage. I have all of the skills available on all of my team, so I can just put him to sleep. She has the lockout again, which is something that I was not expecting to see. I thought that we cannot decrease the cooldowns of her skills, but it seems like we can. Oh no, Marichka, she's back. Let's buff. I need Carnage to wipe her off. Put the thing is on, and we don't have that available yet. The A1 will probably kill her though, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this instead. I'm gonna try to kill her like that, so I have the AoE available. Marius is not going to terrorize me with his attack. I'm gonna boost the Terminator on my team, but I have a feeling that Marius is about to use his main skill. Oh no! Okay, that's fine. So we decrease the cooldowns of the skills only on Lazarius, but we are getting wrecked here, okay? Because I haven't killed them fast enough. I just played around with them. I wanted to see how the passive procs, and I'm not gonna lie, I was not planning to lose the fight, okay? Just to be very honest, I was not planning to lose the fight, but we're gonna go back at it, and we're just gonna end their miserable life, and that's it. But I wanted to show you how his passive is going to work in PvP. Now, does that mean that he's going to be absolutely OP in PvP? I don't think so. I really don't think so. But I think for people that do not have more crazy champions in there, I think it can definitely be an option, okay? Just to kind of like... Oh, we got resisted on her. That's what's happening, man. You see the passive proc again, once again on Crixia, because she was the lowest on the HP. And because, I mean, there's nothing else to do. You see, you can decrease the cooldowns on skills on Crixia as well, which is very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, that's nice. So that's what Donnie can do. As I've mentioned, once again, It's very hard to showcase support champions, guys, but you can build tons of teams to help you not only progress, but even in the late game too. Now, I'm not going to tell you that this champion is going to change my account as an endgame whale account, okay? I don't think he's going to do that for my account. But I still think he's a very nice champion. And because of that passive, you never know what he can potentially do. You never know what I'm going to end up in using him. Heck, maybe I'm going to put him in my Tranda team as a reset, right? Maybe I'm going to use him in a reset team for some content. But I need to basically do lots of testing with that and see if I actually need to use him in there. If not, probably I'm going to get a Fusion Champion on my account and use him every now and then. But as I was saying, for a lot of accounts out there, I think he's going to be an absolute freaking goat. I do think he's an insane support character with a decreased cooldown skills and all that stuff. Support with the increased speed, the turn meter, the strengthen, the passive, which only activates for the first character that gets hit, but is still really, really good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. As usual, appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.